Let's see if it'll go through this time. Refreshing my YouTube, making sure that it'll go through this time. Let me refresh. All right, so we're live now this time. So it seems to work. Let me drop the link, or you could just go to the channel and check it out. But we should be live. I'm gonna just open this up just so I can see it on the screen. But if you're tuning in, I appreciate you tuning in on this live. Try to go live every so often. Missed the last couple of weeks, but if you're tuning in now, I appreciate you tuning in. Come and hang out with us.
What up?
If you're tuning in for the first time on these lives, this is my brother. We're just doing a YouTube chat just to check in with the people, just to have a chat, Q&A, chime in on the comment section below. Hey, what's going on? Nice to nasty for you. Appreciate you tuning in. I know I did say I was delivering content, but you know, we all get swamped with what's going on in our everyday lives. So I've been a little backed up with stuff, but content is on the way, so definitely stay tuned. But once again, this is my brother. Just gonna have a little chat. How you been, CJ? Mr.
Man, I've
CJ.
been and been stretched.
Oh yeah, I'm
I've
sure.
been
I'm sure.
stretched. Been
Life has a
stretched,
way of
but
doing that.
it does. It does. But nah, man, things are great. Not gonna lie, right? So things are great, things are phenomenal. Everything could always be better, right? Like winning the mega millions.
Oh,
That could
always,
happen,
always.
right? Um would still do everything that I do because I love what I do. I'd probably just do it even better if and when I want it. That's a good question, though. What would you do if you want it? I think it's like $582 million. So, question there: lump sum or the payments over time? What would you do and why?
I think I would do the lump sum because everybody always advises against the uh, the payments because you don't want to rely on. I believe is it the government who gives you that lot of your money? I don't even know, but I would definitely take the lump sum, no questions asked. Go and take the taxes out, and I'm on my way. What are you gonna do?
Why? And what you doing? What you doing with it?
Oh, what am I
A
doing
lot of
with
money.
it? I'm taking half and putting it in, or not half, but like a good amount, at least 100K easy, or a mil, depending on how much the lottery was. But I'm putting it in one of those interest accounts and just let it collect that 10% interest or whatever that interest amount is, and then just let that accumulate over a period of time and just live off that interest while the other half is just basically working for you, and you're able to live rent free just off of that little drip. So you can't beat that. And then the other half, I'm just probably gonna ball out with some, and then the other half get some real estate, which is definitely your area. And then yeah, whatever else comes to mind after that. What are you doing with yours?
So the Mega Millions is $582 million currently, right? And so the cash option for that is $286 million. Now, there's a lot of questions to be
86.
to be yeah, there's a lot of questions to be answered before I can give my unequivocal answer, right? So cash option is a one-time lump sum payment that is equal to the cash in the Mega Millions jackpot pool praise. And so it doesn't really say, and I don't know for a fact, that if you pick a lump sum, which is a cash option, which they say is 286 million, if that includes taxes taken out already, right? Because if taxes aren't taken out already, then that means just cut 286 in half now, right? Cut that in half, and then that's what you get.
Very true.
But right, and so if we looked at the annuity option, it says if the jackpot when the jackpot is 200 million, each payment is twice as big. When the jackpot is 50 million, I don't care about that. Hold on. Each payment is 5% bigger than the previous one. All right, so it's Mega Millions annuity is paid out as one immediate payment followed by 29 annual payments. All
29.
right. So you get it over 30 years, but it sounds like there's one payment. There's an immediate payment followed by 29 annual payments. So you only get paid once a year. And each payment is 5% bigger than the previous one. This helps the winner's lifestyle. This helps protect the winner's lifestyle and purchasing power in periods of inflation. That makes sense. That's actually pretty cool. So I'd want to know for sure with the cash option, do I get the whole 286?
Oh, I'm
Right.
definitely taking the 286 and we're running
So
out of there.
it's kind of that's the thing. So my thing is the annuity option, if there's 30 payments, right? And you get the full thing. If we did the math on that, right? If we did the math on that, at 582, so 582 divided by 30, right? So we're looking at $19 million a year, right? $19 million, $19.5 million every single year.
Yeah.
Question is do do can it come to me and my wife, right? So if God forbid, right, like if I pass in 5 years, right,
Yeah.
does the annuity option still happen for her, right? Does it still continue on for her, right? Where another 30 years, that other 25 years still get paid out as long as she's alive, right? That's one thing. So I'd want to know that, because I'm thinking, I'm going to lean towards right away the cash flow. I'm not going to want the cash up front because a lot of things can come with that. You'll find room for all of it, right? And 70% of the people that win something like this are bankrupt within 3 years, right? 3 freaking years
Yeah, they
because they
just
don't
don't
have
know
the
what to do
financial
with
literacy.
it.
And
They just
so,
spend it on the wrong stuff with no drip coming back.
you know what I mean? And so that's one thing I'd want to know because that would be my $19 million a year. That sounds great. Not gonna lie. But I need to know, will it outlive me? Will it outlive my wife? And will it pass on to my kids if something was to happen to me or her within that 30 years, right? So I'd be looking at that. That's my first option. But if I was to go with cash, right?
Yeah.
And more than likely, I'm not gonna lie, I would do the exact same thing, even if it was 19 million a year. The first, I'm looking at taking 80%. 80% of the money is being invested. 80%. Why? Because
80%
that
is
is
invested in what though?
oh, good question.
Yeah, like how would you
So
just divide that up? Like what are you putting it
we
into?
we we split that out, right? Like I'm going stocks, I'm going crypto, I'm absolutely going super heavy on the real estate side, and that looks like commercial and residential, right? Because I know that I can go and snatch up 20% cash on cash over, when I got this much cash on me, that means that I can close real estate deals so fast at a
Yeah.
higher return. So I can do these at 20%, right? 20%. So that means take 50% of 280, which is what 160, right? Something like that. Um 160. I'm taking that and I'm dumping it, bro. I'm dumping it. Like I'm at least putting $100 million into. Well, no. Let's take that back. At least about 80 million. About $80 million. I'm putting that all cash into real estate, right? And so that way, with a cash on cash return of 20%, 20% annually. If I put $80 million, what's 20% of 80? Right? We're talking
That's a good
like
question.
a little less, a little less than 20. So we're talking about like 60, 70.
Mhm.
Let's see. I don't even need to do that. So, how much did I say? I said 80 million.
Yeah, you
So
said
80
80
million
million, 20% on 80
times
million
two.
is like,
We're talking 60. So $16 million. That's how much you're talking about doing. If you were to drop 80 million, you're looking at and doing a 20% annual cash on cash return. I know people are probably like, that's crazy. That's crazy high, but it's attainable, especially when you got that much money. That's $16 million a year now.
true.
I make that money. I get all of my capital back within freaking what is that? 4 years, 5 years, right? All of my capital is returned within 5 years with a continued 20% until it sells,
Yeah,
right?
you can't beat that. You got to be smart
Not
with it if you got 80 million just in your pocket.
not to mention all of the tax benefits that come with it, right? All the tax benefits that come with it. Because if I go and buy a $30 million piece of property and I only put like, $10 million into it, I can claim the depreciation of $30 million like the next year. I could claim
Very
that,
true.
right? And so now everything else that I do is ridiculous, right? And so 80% of it, though, I'm looking at 80% I'm investing. 50% of that 80% I'm putting over into real estate. The other I'm putting into the bond markets. I'm putting that into the stock market, right? And I'm going and I would the majority of that will go into high dividend stocks, right? That are getting me that 10%. Right.
Okay.
So that's another couple $1 million a year coming in, just letting the money sit. Right. All of these
True.
assets, that 80 million is protected. That other 10 or 20 million that's sitting over in the dividend stocks, that's protected. It's sitting there. Those things aren't going anywhere. Those things are being passed on to the kids, right? While we're
True.
living off the cash flow. I'm only gonna I'll give away 10%. I'll give away 10% to charity, whatever that looks like, right? Whether it's an official nonprofit or if that's just people and family and all of that kind of stuff, that's 10% going straight towards that, right? And then I got 10% left, and that's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do my thing.
Yeah.
We're talking
Yeah,
20,
you better
28
do
to
that
30
with 80
million
million.
dollars, right? 20 to 30 million dollars. That's 10% of what it is right now. That's 10%. Like, yo, go have fun.
Oh,
Go have
definitely.
freaking fun, right? Upgrade the house, get a couple cars. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, and then just probably sit on some of that in cash or whatever for quite some time. But yeah, that's my Cancun. Nah, we ain't even going to Cancun no more. That'd be for poor people, right? We
Cancun, where are you
want to.
going? Sicily?
I don't even know. I don't even know. We go. Where you go? Where did you go in France? Morocco, something like that.
No, Monaco.
Monaco. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going there. I'm going there. Going
Yeah,
there immediately.
Monaco is a beautiful place. That's for sure.
Eh, And there ain't no broke people allowed,
Basically. Basically.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no broke people, and uh, people are so well off over there that the crime rate is like less than like 5 or 10% or something like that. They almost have no crime there.
Yeah, right. Spend your time in places like that, man. I'd pay to be in different rooms. You know what I'm saying? With like your Warren Buffets of the world and stuff like that, right? Like I'd pay for these types of meetings, just to elevate myself even more, right? So those are the places that I'd put the money immediately, immediately.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Ain't playing around with that. That's the thing, because those people that'll win. They, like you said, they have no plan for it. They have, the only plan they have is like, all right, well, don't tell this family member, right? That's the only
Yeah,
plan they
yeah.
have. It's like, yo, um, I'm you know me and the family. I'll
Oh yeah.
tell you. What?
Yeah,
If you come asking me for money, it's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna give you the 50 questions. What you need it for? How long you need it? What did you do? Why you do that? Like, bro, what? Why you tripping?
yeah. You know they will come out the woodwork. People you don't even
I
know
mean,
would be asking with their hand out.
yeah, 100%. But I think that also pertains to like the person that you already are, right? So
True.
like if you're already like a, quote unquote what people would say a stingy person, it may not be that much of a blow, right?
Very true.
Still,
Very
it's still
true.
there. It's still there. But at least they can't be like, yo, you changed. It's like, nah, you already knew this. Like, bro, you already knew this.
Yeah, but so what are some things that you are getting into lately? I know you mentioned that you spoke in front of a group of people and um told them about
Yeah.
something service.
Yeah. So for me, things I've been getting into lately is marketing. And so real estate, right? And so real estate is a hot topic. Investing in general is a hot topic because of, talking about interest rates, right? We see what just came out of Jerome Powell's mouth,
Oh
a
yeah,
couple days ago,
lowering
last
interest
Friday.
rates.
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
Only time will
so
tell.
I mean, yeah, it's or if you look back at past times, will that tell? That's the question, right? And so what I've been doing, man, is I've been going on the speaker circuit, right? Kind of, just speaking to people, educating people on real estate, helping them invest in their areas and in other areas when maybe they're priced out of their own markets. And so just the other yesterday and today, I spoke, in front of like 120 people. I had built a website that is promoting a 5-day challenge that I'm going to do. It's find your first property challenge, and in that challenge, I'm going to teach people how to find, how to finance, and how to flourish in real estate. And I delivered this talk, that was pertaining to people that are super interested in that. And I had a bunch of people like sign up for the challenge. They want to have a phone call and all that kind of stuff. So it's a marketing strategy on how to get the word out there, how to help more people. So
Oh, that's
that's
awesome.
sort of the things I've been doing. Yeah, man. What about you?
That's huge. Well, as of right now, the little one, my son is just starting school for the first time ever. So he's in preschool. He's actually starting tomorrow. Well, he's had a staggered start last week, but it's been a
Yeah.
huge transition with him being home with us almost consistently, and now the big change of him getting in prep for school, just work in general, and then also I mentioned before, like in a few videos before, I'm trying to trade, and I mainly trade options. So I'm learning that behind the scenes too, and also, trying to, just in general, just spend time with the family. It's the end of the summer. You're preparing yourself for, the end of the year and getting in the swing to start the school year. Basically everybody's getting in the groove of starting the school year, so just that whole transition and getting these videos out, getting the lives out, just trying to find some type of consistency. And life can kind of just get away from you, and you just gotta stay with the consistency. Take a break for yourself. Sometimes we can be mentally exhausted sometimes, and I wouldn't say that I was mentally exhausted, but I just needed to take a step back. And also, I had to take a step back anyways because um, my eye was getting messed up. So, just random stuff just happens sometimes. And sometimes you just need to take do some health care. What do you call it? Self care for yourself. And that's very important. So, that's what I've been doing. Self care, get myself together. That way I can be whole and present for you guys, bring you the content, bring you the lives, chime in the chat, if you can relate to that. So definitely, if you're struggling with anything, definitely take some time for yourself and get yourself together. That way you can be presentable for other people and uplift them. fill your cup up first, and then you could fill up other people's cup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, nephew, man, nephew is it's his first year. I mean, you kind of
Yeah.
glossed over that a little bit, man. Talk to me about that, man, because that's heartfelt right
Oh,
there, man. Like
it's
this is
what threw
your
me.
first year doing
What
this. Yeah.
what threw me is like he's been like really branching out lately. So basically, he's starting to, because he went to school for the first time last week. So right after that, like we just got new neighbors in the neighborhood, so he's making new friends. And now he's what, 4, and he's already trying to, branch out and trying to hang with the 6 year olds, the 8 year olds, and stuff like that, riding in the neighborhood. And he went to a friend's house for the first time, two friends' house actually over the weekend. I'm like, when did this happen? Like, you're trying to hang out with friends, you're trying to, do all this extra stuff that I'm just isn't the daily norm. Normally, he just stays to himself, hangs out with his sister and, siblings and cousins. And but now he's like really like he even said, "Can I go out?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can go out." He's like, "Can I go by myself?" I'm like, no. Like, so you're kind of in that weird gray area of like, should I, you know, let him go out by himself? But I'm like, no, I want to supervise, and I don't want to be that parent that hovers, but I like to be involved. Who is he hanging around? What are these people like? You can't, I'm a type of person who doesn't really trust easy, so I need to know who you're around, what the conversation is, what are you being influenced by, and what are y'all doing in general. But there's some dads in the neighborhood, and they hang out with their kids, so we normally all the dads hang out, and then the kids just hang out. So, and they're over there, we're over here. It's a vibe, so that's a plus. And if you're a dad out there, if you got kids, you can relate to that.
100%. Now you're so just as little man is a COVID baby, you're a COVID parent. Talk to
Yeah.
me from that angle right
Um,
now. Like
I
this is
mean,
what has led this is why this
I
is
mean,
so much more in impactful to you than some other parents that have experienced their first child before the year 2020, right, or much further after the year 2020. Talk to me about that, man, because
I mean,
y'all were
it's it's an adjustment, but I wouldn't say it's too big of an adjustment because now life is completely different than what it was in 2020. Life is basically how it was before 2020. No mask, nobody cares about colds or sickness or anything like that. The only difference is the transition from, like, most people are remote workers, or most people, a lot of people are transitioning back into the office. So like, um, I would just say things are more normal, more stable. He's able to um, really maneuver without the knowledge of him even able to remember that there was a time where we wore masks all the time. There was a time where, COVID was everywhere and all that. I don't even think he realizes that. I mean, you may say he could have been maybe more antisocial because of it, but I don't think so now, because now he's what, 4, and most 4 year olds are trying to make friends, trying to branch out, all that good stuff. So I don't think it's had much of an impact uh, on the grand scheme of things. Maybe back then, 2 years ago, I would say something different, but now things are back in full swing, and we're moving and grooving. Um, but yeah, that's about it.
dig that. I can dig that. I mean, I would say that it does, right? Anybody, born within that time frame, because you were secluded, right? And so, especially if you were kind of if you didn't have anything to compare it to, right? Being a brand new parent at that particular time, what y'all went in or came home the day after COVID started, right?
Oh man.
Um, right. And and so with that amount of time, of being secluded, right? I think that for one, I mean the child doesn't know, right? Because that's just the life that they were brought into, right? And so that's that. But then at the same time, as new parents, it's like, whoa, I'm not getting out. I'm spending all of this time, every single minute, versus like when I had my son, like we had 3 months, right? 3 months, and he was in daycare, right? He went to
Yeah,
daycare 3 months old. You know what I mean? So the attachment thing. So when Brandon got to like preschool,
he was
he was
yeah,
already
he was
like,
already
yo, I don't know
used to it
y'all.
without being with mom and dad. Like he's been
You know
with
what I
us
mean?
for or basically his whole upbringing has been with us. He's never been. I mean, he's been in the daycare 9 months when he was a newborn, but now he's been with us the entire time. So
Yeah.
so that's
And
definitely a transition. But thanks to Fire TVs and all that, he's got plenty of things to do to keep himself engaged and up to date with society and all that good stuff. I don't think there's in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's gonna have much of an impact anyways. But I don't know. We will see how he does in school and go from there. Cause um, if you don't like it, then maybe we'll try homeschool. Homeschool is a up and coming popular thing, and maybe we want to. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I mean, I don't know. We'll just see where it
yeah,
goes. Cause he's starting to branch
yeah.
out. He wants to make friends and talking and all that type of stuff. Um,
Just thinking about it from the standpoint, like you'll either have like someone. I think it's like two extremes, well, or more than likely two extremes, or and less likely, someone in between. Is you'll have the individual that's like, yo, no, I don't want to. I'm resisting the transition, right? Someone resisting it, or you have one that's like fully embracing it, kind of like the Catholic, girl syndrome, right? Like, oh my God, like this is life. You know what I mean? And they're like, all out there and everything. And so I think it's just interesting to kind of see, right? To study and be like, oh my gosh, man, like how what does this look like? Right. And if it's a harder transition, that's expected, right? Like it would be that, you know what I mean? And so that's I just think it's really cool to kind of look at that, and just compare, like, what would it have been like, at a different time, right? Like, you're
I
being a parent. What kind of parent would you have been in a different light if you didn't become a parent at that time
Well,
where it
I
was
will
like, yep.
say this: if it wasn't for COVID, he would have never been with us. There was a whole stay-at-home mom movement back then. So in 2020, so
Mm,
that's the way that came about. But if there was no COVID, there he would have been in daycare, and we would have just kept him there. But considering the fact that daycares kept closing down on COVID, and you're still having to pay
yeah,
the bill for the daycare, it's like, what's the point? Why am I
crazy,
paying for something
crazy.
and he's here with me anyways? So that was the main kicker. But yeah, if COVID wasn't there, then yeah, he would have definitely been in daycare for sure and been, you know, getting the groove in society and making new friends in daycare and preschool and building up that tolerance to be without mommy and daddy. You know. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, we're just having a chat. I try to do this chat every so often on YouTube. It's fairly new. I did it. We did this 4 weeks in a row. About a month, or well, we missed 2 weeks last week and the week before that. Um, it was CJ's birthday last week, actually. So happy belated birthday to CJ for that. And then I had like a wild random case of like pink eye like 2 weeks ago. Because I got young kids, and granted, I haven't had pink eye ever in my life, but for some reason, the doc said it wasn't pink eye, but I don't know, there was something in my eye. It didn't go away until I got those eye drops from the doctor, and everything was peachy keen after 2 days of that. So that was cool. bounce back. In case y'all were wondering where the videos were, yeah, I could like my eye was literally like this. I could barely see out of it. Nothing was
That's
happening.
crazy. That's crazy, man. I know that. I know that didn't feel good at all, man. Same as
No,
not
it
feeling
sucked.
good about. Yeah.
And my nose was
Wow.
running with it too. And I'm like, why is my nose running and my eyes like completely almost closed?
Mm.
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up,
man.
Philly?
So,
Philly Dave.
hey, man, brother and panel member, what's going on? What's going on, man? Yeah, man. That's yeah, you got take a step back, especially with your eyes, dude. Like if your eyes are messed up, man, and you
Yeah.
looking at these screens, yeah, man, you gotta chill.
Yeah, that
You
was the
gotta
thing.
chill.
Like I could barely even look at the screen. I had to get the computer glasses and put my computer glasses on because it just wasn't cutting it. Then half the time I would just be sitting at my desk with the shades on. Like I could barely even see.
Mm, wow, that's crazy, dude.
So
That's
that's why I
crazy.
mentioned
Yeah.
self care. You gotta take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else.
1000%, my man. 1000%. I think it's essential. It is very, very, very essential. To be taking care of yourself, in all ways, right? Not just, especially physically, right? Because you mentioned my birthday, man. I turned 39, bro, and I was like, dang,
Nice.
that's no, it ain't nice.
I mean,
Ain't nothing. I was like, dang, hold on, man. What's the average lifespan of a
yeah, I
black
know.
African American male?
You start
I
to
was like,
count down
oh,
real quick.
I was like, wait a minute. Where's the time going? Where am I spending it? And then, so training, helping train football training with the boys. Man, I went out there and I mean, we're talking like, 13, 14, 17 year olds, right?
Yeah,
I go out there, helping them, helping the quarterbacks get their stuff together,
yeah.
but then helping the cornerbacks, right? Well, I played cornerback, helping the wide receivers, get a little bit of pressure, right?
Oh,
Get a
you were
little bit of
basically
pressure so that they
coaching
can
then.
feel,
Not no helper.
right?
You're
And
coaching at
so
that point.
as one of the kids, he's one of the fastest ones out there, about 15, 16 years old. Man, he's like, yo, I'm gonna cook you. I'm like, yo, I'm ready. Let's go. I took my shoes off because I had Air Force Ones on.
That's you
Um,
gonna.
and this is
Did he,
probably like
did he have cleats on?
75% through the workout. Nah, yeah, he had cleats on. He had
Oh,
cleats on. I ain't had no shoes on, just socks.
oh man.
And I think he ran a post route, bro. After
Oh,
he ran that route, I kept up with him, man. I had my back
but if
pedal.
he's
I turned around. I got out there, and I was like, "Yo, give me that!" And but right as that ball was coming and landing, I felt my right hamstring warm up. I was like, "Oh, oh,
yeah,
yeah."
yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
be
that was on
careful with
Sunday,
that
and I
one. You
still
can't be
feel,
doing that at 40 or 39.
yeah, bro. Yeah, I was like, yo, this ain't life. This ain't it. I get it. I understand completely why you got all of the billionaires trying to figure out a way to stop the aging process.
Of
I want in.
course.
Not gonna lie. As a matter of fact, let me revamp my stuff. What I said about the Mega Millions. Let me put 10% into the study of anti-aging because I'm there. I
Yeah,
don't want to age.
I don't think anybody wants to age. Especially, I mean, when you start to get 30, if anybody's 30, like you start to realize like you do one thing and it's almost like you're about to pull a muscle. It's like I'm not even doing anything. I'm doing something that I do every day. And it's like I'm about to pull a muscle for no reason because I'm overextending. Like if I went like this to overextend, it'd probably pull a muscle, which is crazy.
Right? But I still feel like you're like 15 years old, right?
Yeah, your
Like, yo,
mind does.
I'm 18, right? It's like, yo, I could do that, no problem.
You
And
gotta
you
get
go
on
do
that.
it, and then it's like,
You gotta get on that LeBron diet.
true, true, true. Yeah, man. So yeah, I think that's essential. So, like you said, self care. Like care for yourself. You might be just turning 30 or shit, 28 or something like that, man.
Yeah.
Start caring for yourself now. Figure out that practice, make it a habit, and just keep going with it, man. Cause dude, it ain't nothing to gain like 20, 30 pounds in a year and
Yeah.
you just be like, yo, what the heck happened? And it's harder to lose it. It's harder to get better when you're older, man. So
Definitely. I mean, that
yeah.
goes for all areas. I mean, especially if if you wanted to be a content creator, or if you want to be a real estate agent, or if you want to be a real estate broker, or anything in life, definitely make sure you're chasing your dreams, cuz ain't nobody going to chase them for you. I mean, even if you don't feel like it, cuz sometimes I don't feel like doing the live, sometimes I don't feel like making any videos, sometimes I just want to be completely lazy and do absolutely nothing. But sometimes you just got to get it out the way, and then you feel a lot better that you actually put forth effort to do something, and now you can relax comfortably knowing that you did that one thing that you didn't feel like doing, but you got it out the way, and now you could chill. So definitely chase your dreams, whatever that may be. Definitely chase them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I concur, and I'm listening to you. Chase them, chase after them, man. Whatever your heart's desire, and 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 I think sometimes the hurdle with that is you then that begins to be the problem of what is my dream. I don't
Correct.
know what I'm passionate about. It's just like shut up and just pick something and go. Because
Yeah,
whatever
you
you
got to pick
think you
something.
love, right? Whatever you think you love or think you're passionate about, oh, it's like before you got married, how many women did you ever date? Right? Like how often do you see someone marry the very first person that they ever dated?
It's rare.
Right? So and I think that's the same with the things that we end up loving to do or passionate about doing. And another thing about passion, right, is people will take, passion for like, oh, well, let me do something that I'm passionate about. Am I passionate about photography?
Yeah.
And that just means like the positive side of passion. But if you are passionate about politics, right? Some people don't give a damn, right? If you're passionate about politics, is it is that your thing? You could, hate the other side so much, right? But that's passion as well. Does that mean you should be a part of the movement, right? Does that be you should be a part of one of those sides or pick a side and be out there starting the movement, right? Because that's
Yeah.
passion, right? Like I'm pretty sure, you know, Martin Luther King didn't wake up when he was like 5 years old and be like, I'm passionate about civil rights, right? Like, I mean, granted, he maybe, right? I don't know. He was great, but probably
Sometimes
didn't
you're
happen until over time,
inspired, and I think that was a lot of inspiration,
right?
which is
Right?
easier to kind of fall into something when you're inspired to do it versus like what Gary Vee says, just try stuff. Just try
Mhm.
anything. Whatever you think
Yep.
of, just try it and see what happens,
Yep.
basically. Um, that's
I
basically how this
think it's
YouTube channel was created. I didn't wake up one day and like, oh, I'm gonna make Fire TV videos and it's gonna be, 100,000 subscriber channel. Nope, it definitely didn't start up like that. I just kind of fell into it. I just tried something and it worked. I stuck with it. That was it. You know how many
yep.
things I tried before Fire TV? At least 10 or 20 different things. So it don't matter what it is. Just try something. And then
That's
I don't know. I feel like we need transparency in the space of like just in society in general or community, or you need to have transparency of what other people have gone through, what other people have done, what other people are actively doing. That way you can kind of find your footing and realize that, we're all kind of, the same, trying to figure, everything out. But a lot of times we're trying to figure it out by ourselves, and that can take a little bit longer than, collaborating with another person and growing like that. So I definitely think we need a little bit more community.
Mm. Like more of the, not fabricated information, but just like you said, the authenticity, right? Like what did it really take? Right? Don't just show me the before, don't just show me the before and after picture, right? Or definitely don't just show me the after picture. Tell me about it along the way, right? Like
Yeah,
what
exactly.
was that like, right? What can I expect along this road, right? And that'll and I mean, in a sense, like that will get people to a place where if you don't reach that goal in a month, then you keep going, right? As opposed to like, oh, well, they did it, and because I didn't do it in the same amount of time, or it doesn't look like what they have now, right? You're comparing their chapter 30 to your chapter one, right? Um,
Yeah, you can't compare first grade to 12th grade. It's not the same.
Not at all. Not at all.
Exactly.
Not at all, man. Because and that's the thing. It's like, oh no, and you don't, right? You don't. Like, are you like, yo, this person is so much better at 12th grade than I'm at first grade? Right? You
Yeah.
don't do that,
No, you
right?
can't.
Even 10th to 11th, right? Are you like, yo, this person is so much greater in 11th grade than I am at 10th grade? You don't do that.
Yeah.
But we do that as far as business or our careers, right? Content creations and stuff like that. We're kind of doing that, but we don't see that. Nathan is in grade 12 right now, right? Where
Yeah,
I,
there's
I'm
there's
in
different
grade
levels to
one.
everything. There's
Yeah,
just levels to this.
right.
You just don't
Yeah,
land
man.
on level 13 and skip level 1. You got to get knocked down a couple times before you get to level 12, 13, 14.
But I want the cheat code. I want the cheat code. And it's like,
You got to get told a couple times that your audio is trash. And then you critique it and then you make it a little better, put it back out. All right, we're getting a little bit better feedback now. You kind of build it brick by brick.
I'm guilty of that, man. I hate the rejection. I hate the
I
rejection,
think
man.
everyone does.
Especially if I especially if I planned it out. Oh my
Oh yeah.
gosh. If I planned it out and then it comes out as like, yo, that was garbage, dog.
You know how many times I've done that? I've literally done thousands, I mean not thousands, but hundreds of videos. I've literally planned, put time into it to put it out and just get trash comments. It's hilarious, but
Mm.
it's a part of the leveling up game. But it
Oh,
makes you
snap.
better though. Yeah, that's Kiera.
That's
How you doing?
wifey in the comments.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, sis? What's up?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was just in here a minute ago saying NJ had woke up.
oh, he was
And he
he was
don't
thinking
never
about his
wake.
friends.
He no, he was probably thinking about school in the morning. Cause I
Okay,
asked I asked
okay.
him earlier. I'm like, "You ready for school?" He's like, "No." So yeah, last week was a little brutal. So this week or tomorrow morning, I'm fully expecting a little meltdown. But we'll get through it. We'll roll with it. Cause as soon as we pick him up, he's like, "Oh, I had fun." So hoping for another day like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Send me some pictures, dude. Send me
Oh
some
yeah,
pictures, man.
we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll do. We'll
Dang,
do.
boy. Growing, man, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's little man telling you that he want to go outside.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's
yo, I
like,
want to be
I'm
outside.
gonna go by myself. I'm like, what? No,
Oh
I'm not ready
gosh.
for that yet.
That's,
You gotta wait a little
I
longer.
know that. Know that took you. I know that took you. I know you kind of like did the double take and everything. Like,
It threw me for a minute because I'm like, you don't never go nowhere by yourself. What you talking about? He's always like,
oh,
Daddy, you coming? I'm like, yeah. But this time he's like, I'm gonna go by myself.
wow.
Yeah, he literally, it was like 10 kids and they were on bikes and he's on his scooter flying down the road in the middle of the neighborhood
Yes.
street with all the kids riding their bikes. I'm like, that is a trippy feeling. Like, because it reminded me of like when we used to go outside and play with all the kids in the neighborhood and ride down the street.
Yes.
It's like, oh,
Yes.
he's living my childhood memories.
Right? Yeah. It got you. It might make you a little scared too. Like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
it
hold on.
did. It did. Because he's like, I'm going up the street with, because all the other kids went to another kid's house. And I'm like, uh, hang on before you go. And he just kind of like took off. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll just walk up to the other kid's house. And I made sure he was good. They were playing in the backyard on the trampoline and with all the water guns and stuff. And I just went up there to make sure he was good and then spoke to the kid's mom and all that. But he was good. I just told him because he rode in the street. And I'm like, well, these kids are a little bit older than you. They're 6, 8, and 11 or whatever. And when you come back with because our neighbors' kids, there's like three of them. So I'm like, when you come back with them, and make sure you get on the sidewalk. And I went to go talk to the neighborhood and his house. You can see like the whole neighborhood all the way up to the top of the hill. And sure enough, he came back. I don't know, like 30 minutes went by, and I saw all of them coming back. And sure enough, he was on the sidewalk. And I was like, nice. And I saw him look both ways before he crossed the street and everything else. That was a proud dad moment for sure.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Like
yeah, he
he's
listened.
listening.
Yeah, he listened. He crossed the street, looked both ways, being safe. All right, right on. You're being responsible. I can trust you with
I'm
a little
still
bit
not
more.
yeah. I'm still not ready to let you go. I'm
Nope.
still not ready to let you go. No, no, no.
Not
Yeah, dude,
yet. Not
trust me.
yet.
That ain't yeah, nah, man. Brandon's 13 years old and I'm still not there. So nah. I get it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get it, dog. I
I'm
get it.
sure.
Like, wait a minute. No, no, I'm taking you to school, son. I'm taking you to school. He's like, no, you're gonna embarrass me. Like, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those days. I don't know how I'm going to react to those
Oh
days
man.
either. You're embarrassing me.
Oh man. I just do it on purpose now.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
man. Nah,
hilarious.
that's love, dude. That's love, man. Make sure you send some pictures or something, man.
Yeah, I'll send you some
Um,
pictures. I'm surprised these lives be going so quick. I mean, we've been on for what, 47 minutes already? I know I said 30 minutes. We're already on for
yeah,
47.
it's all good. It's all good, man. Let's we can pick back up.
Definitely, definitely.
Kira got the sad face.
Oh yeah.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah, man.
more content on the way. I'm serious, but yeah, more content on the way. Just had to take care of some self-care stuff first, get a few things situated for everything going on in my life. And then yeah, we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming with the videos dropping, Fire TV content, of course, and then with the live hangouts. We'll try to do this either once a week or every other week. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, if I can be present for these lives, I'll definitely bring you one. I definitely have CJ here. He's got a channel too. I dropped it in the description below if you want to check out his content. More content on the way on that channel too as well. He's also trying to get to 50 subscribers, so definitely go subscribe to him, help him out, get to 50 subscribers, so we can also live stream over there. Probably do a simultaneous stream over here and over there at the same time, so that'd be cool.
Would love to. Would love to, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're interested in real estate, if you're interested in business, if you're interested in marketing in any way, shape, or form, um, it's kind of my expertise, and I've been helping people do it. I just haven't been putting it on YouTube. So the thing is I want to be putting that information out there as much as possible because
Oh, we got another dono. Philly
oh,
Dave,
nice,
appreciate the dono, $10. Appreciate you. Your mic is too
nice.
low. We know you are laid back, bruh. All right, I probably got to turn it up. I could turn it up on the gain here. I try not to
Turn
be
it
turning
up.
it up too loud because on the videos it'd be super high. But I was also like kind of back. So hopefully that's a little bit louder. But I appreciate the dono, $10. Thank you so much. You're actually the second person to donate on the live stream. So I appreciate that. Also, comment in the comment
That's
section
awesome.
below how long you've been following me, how long you've been watching this channel for.
Let's see. Daily Cable Day. Need to head
Philly
over
Cable
there.
Dave. Let me check your channel out too. I can subscribe to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do right now too.
And panel member. Yeah, that's my brother CJ. Wait, I was able to click on it.
Oh, how to install Android TV on Raspberry Pi 4.
Okay,
Yo, that's what I'm
nice.
talking
So we
about.
got let me okay, here it goes. Go to channel. All right, 2K subscribers. All right, I'm subscribed. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you tuning in.
I
Appreciate it.
subscribed as well. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's dope. That is dope, man. So, um, yeah, I got a whole life with the Spark Core, Raspberry Pi, um whole prior life, or that's still kind of my day job as well. So yeah, man, I love it. I love it. I'm definitely going to be tuning into your content, man. This is amazing.
Definitely
Yes sir.
same. I'm gonna give you some likes and probably just pull up your videos and just let it run so it could cycle, give you that watch time because that's what's most important on YouTube.
mm, Nice. And something I was reading about, they kind of changed their algorithm up a bit, where they well, is it yeah, their algorithm, but it's basically giving smaller channels more play, right? Getting onto people's like TikTok is like for you page, or just your dashboard on YouTube or so, right? Like that, not your dashboard, but your home page, where more channels that are have smaller subs view or subscribers, compared to like somebody like Nathan, right, with like 100 and I don't know how many thousand, right? But is they're spinning people up even more with the smaller subscriber count. And so, dude, this is awesome, man. I think you're not only onto something, you're yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but yeah, once again, CJ, let them know where they could find you once again. I put the link in the
Yeah, yeah,
description
yeah.
below.
Yeah, my YouTube channel is the real estate innovator, right? So that's my YouTube channel. Going in, there's actually some coding projects that are on there as well. But then lately I've been posting about real estate, and what I'm doing is a 5-day challenge where I am teaching people the information, but then also giving them a transformation into getting into real estate. So if you want to come and learn how to make offers, we're going to make offers on properties. We're going to find out where it is that you want to land in real estate, whether you want to do, single family or commercial, what types and where to do those. We're going to map all of that out over the course of 5 days. Of course, it's 5 days because I can't give you all that transformation in just one day. So about every day we'll go on for about 45 minutes to an hour. There'll be questions. It's completely free. I will, as a matter of fact, I'll drop the link to that as well. It'll be over on my channel. I'll do some information about it. But it's just helping people to get their first property, and just do amazing things, right? Like that's really it. So if I could get back to the page, I'll drop that in here as well. But check out the YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll try to do this every week or every other week, or whenever we have some free time, just to jump in and have a live chat and just to hang out and kind of get some in-depth transparency on what happens on this YouTube channel. How I've came up to build this channel up to 100K subscribers over a period of time. And if there's anything you want to ask about Fire TV or anything, just comment in the comment section below. And I appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yes, sir. Yo, we need an update next week on little man.
Oh,
We need to know how
definitely.
he did in school.
Yeah. And next week's going to be even brutal because it'll be his first full week of school. So he only has to do 2 days this week. So next week will be the full week after the
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend. So that'll be very interesting.
Oh yeah, Labor Day. Labor Day.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely enjoy your
Cool.
Labor Day. If I don't see y'all until next week, enjoy y'all Labor Day weekend. And yeah, do what you do on Labor Day weekend. Have fun.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll see y'all next time.
See you when I
Peace.
see you. Love you, bro.
Peace.